Hi guys. I currently just finished watching the Netflix movie Dumplin. It was a very interesting film that I think really related to chapter 6 about learning and imitation and modeling. And question 1 says, how does this film relate back to the chapter of learning, and what are your thoughts about the film regarding the imitation modeling of behavior? So, based on what I saw and based on how I analyzed the film, I think there was a lot of observational learning, hence modeling and imitation. Um, Modeling has four process steps, which are attention, retention, reproduction, and motivation. So, an example of modeling behavior would be Elle, Willadine's best friend, where when they finally joined the pageant, um, they're practicing the opening number, and Willadine looks at Elle asking like, wow, like, so you actually like practice? And she was like, well, the steps are pretty easy, I only had to watch it once. The first step, attention, she paid attention as into what the dance was. Step two, which is retention, she memorized the steps easily, and in reproduction she was able to do the steps and do the dance. And which then it was motivation, then motivation that came within her to actually try to have some fun. um Question 2, it says, according to LeFrancis 2012, identify one way that learning can occur. As you identify one way, make sure to provide an example of your chosen way of learning from the film. So I believe I saw operant conditioning, because it is followed by reinforcements, either positive or negative, and I did see many positive reinforcements and negative reinforcements. Um, I think the I think the confidence shown towards the end of the film by Willadine um really brought out the positive reinforcement, as in, like, towards the beginning she was not that confident in herself. She really doubted herself. She pretty much thought everyone was against her, like any little comment really will really bother her. But when she started gaining her confidence, she got her best friend back because of an argument they had like separated, but she got her best friend back. She got to be with the boy that likes her for her and that she likes him. And that follows with saying that the law of effect, behavior follows the consequences which satisfy an individual. And I think the law of effect of her confidence really had really satisfying outcomes for her. And I think she will reinforce that confidence so it could keep bringing more positive reinforcements and more positive consequences. Last question. Choose from below and provide one example of each from the film. Additionally, briefly discuss what the character learns from this consequence of behavior. For example, if you provide an example of positive reinforcement, how did the character react? And did their behavior increase or decrease, and how do you know this? So first off, positive reinforcement is adding a desirable stimulus to increase a behavior, and negative reinforcement will be taking away that stimulus to increase a behavior. Um, I think the positive reinforcement would be the drag queens. When their scene came on, I think it really opened Willadine to be who she is and find her true self. And I think after that, her behavior increased, as in she had a more positive outlook. She felt more confident in herself. And I think because of that, or because of her confidence opening up, I think towards the end she was just really happy and very proud of herself. Her behavior in being more negative greatly decreased, and yeah, her positivity just increased greatly as well. Negative reinforcement, I will believe it will be her aunt passing away. I think that greatly impacted her, and her aunt really was there for her, really encouraged her to not listen to anybody else hateful comments. And I think when her aunt was taken away, like passed away, I think that really just closed on her, and I think she just felt really like vulnerable and didn't know how to stand up for herself since her aunt always did that for her. Um, it was really hard on her, and I think her reaction to that obviously was sadness. Was obviously she was very she was very snappy at everything that was said to her, but like towards her going through the whole process of the beauty pageant, I think her behavior decreased. That sadness was still obviously there. She still missed her aunt, but I think she processed all of those sad feelings into something positive and something that will motivate her to become who she is at the end of the movie. And yeah, that's all.